I love you. I mean it. What did I say about my peace? I am sorry about that. What did I say about my peace? That's all you know, being sorry. You don't play about it. And what did you just do? Disturbed. And what does that mean for you? I'm fucking up. Now, go think about your actions and how you can be a better human and mean your word. Yo, okay, can I call? No. Later? No. Should have thought about that before being with the shits. Bye, baby. Yo. Yo. Angeke. This can't be me.
Chomi.
Yes, baby.
Indoda mayithi yakuthandaza njani?
A few moments later.
Indoda engakhiphani nje mina ngeke ngikwazi ayikuthande thani. Mina ngibuye ngiphathwe indlala. I love traveling wara mina ngiyathanda ukundinda. Ngiyobona amanye amadoda. Why uzumemezela makuthi leso zinto uyayithanda umemezela bani? Yini uzuyikhiphele?
Or Tamara, the kind of woman that I've been talking about. When I say that they will sell you out to the boys for next for nothing. The pick-me girls who think that the men are gonna let them into the boys club. They're never gonna let you in. You're not one of them. You're not one of them. Back their agenda. Back their war that they're fighting against us. And when they're done using you for the war that they're fighting, they're gonna chew you up and spit you out like you're nothing. And when you finally realize where the sisterhood is, I hope you remember your stance. I hope you remember where your loyalty lies today. The whole fucking day I've been watching men talk shit like they're not fucking losers on this app. The whole day I've been talking men abangondli, abalahlinganzab, who walk around abusing women, using women every day. I've been watching them on this app. Swear that's supposed to be a fame, but it's all non-dindwa. But it's all my hosh. The same women who birth your kids, you fucking losers. The same women who are raising your kids that you have failed to be fathers to. And women are not perfect. I will never advocate for whatever best are never perfect because bitches hate each other. Bitches are walking around hating each other. But we'll deal with that on another day. Right now, we have a war that's being led by a motherfucking goofy who's supposed to be one of us, thinking the boys are gonna let her in. When you're done dick riding, I hope you remember, men are the last motherfucking losers to talk. They're the last losers to talk. A lot of you did not even have your own fathers in your lives. You were raised by mothers and grandmothers. You fucking losers. Or Baba Beni were never in your lives, and it shows. When they die, they're gonna leave no legacy for you. You're a fucking loser. Unfortunately, you're going to procreate, and you're gonna procreate a fucking loser too. You're leaving no fucking legacy. You have nothing that you've built for yourself. You want to come on here online and talk to women like you have something, like you even have anything to say, like you even have any value to add. Telling us that we're emotional. Who are the motherfucking emotional ones talking about see fairness or no dindra, so my hosha? All day on this app. Who are the emotional ones? Team Tamara, Team Tamara, Team Tamara. Loyal Tamara, when you're done tomorrow, when you're done, don't forget where your motherfucking loyalty lies. And in enzoti, I lost his akakulum gahle, I lost his kwashi kwaqina. Laba mabesi bisa ngeyifebe sizingonondindwa bangasazi nokuthi sobani, bangasazi nokuthi siphila impiloni. Bakhuluma kahle bona. You motherfucking losers are the last one to speak, motherfucking bitches.
I think it proved Uguti. It's not what you say,
that people have an issue with. It's how you say it. The tone is very important in everything. Very important, the tone. There were parts where she has valuable advice or whatever, but it's the delivery for me. I will make an example of people like Wensiki Mazwai, people like Abo Julius Malema. Those people, most 80% of the time, they speak facts and truths, but it's the delivery. So same thing with Tamara. I had an issue with her delivery. And man. I always say women are their own worst enemies. And Tamara proved it. Kakhulu mina mama futhi naye ku TikTok angazisiwaphelela lapho ayithande ehlale egxeka abantu besifazane. And for me, I'm like ugxeka abantu besifazane as if everything that you say they became or they are, they did it on their own with themselves. It takes two to tango. If you're going to attack or advise both. Advise men to know how to treat women. Advise men to know what women can dress as whatever they want to look like. It doesn't invite men to rape them. It doesn't invite men to sexualize them. Advise men to look at a woman and see a princess and see a queen and see royalty. Advise them as well. But it is a footy as well, which their intentions should always be genuine and pure. They must get into relationships to marry, to engage, to marry, and then have a family and create a family, not to puff and pass. So for me, that was an issue. And I love this app for getting to the core of, now we get it why you were this bitter. Balanda my files, balanda man. People forget what on this app there's investigators for real, there's intelligence for real, there's forensics for real, like people that do that for real. And then there's people that also can just become forensics and dig your dirt. I'm glad they did. She needed to be humbled. Like, we impress my daughter at the expense of other women. You could have chosen a different tone to advise. Okay, I've been through ABC and D. And I would not want to see other women going through that, or I've seen certain things happening. I would advise certain women not to do that or not to go through that and stuff like that. Not to tell women they've lost their value and blah blah blah. And I remember at some point she said masunu mntwana ufana nemoto a second hand imoto second hand izohlala ikuhlupha. And I'm like, clearly uthenga ama second hand akho endaweni is wrong, because I nearly wanted to post kuti I bought a second hand Bentley. What will you guess? I bought a second hand Bentley, a used Bentley. It has never given me problems. The mileage was great. It was amazing. So not all second hands are problematic.
Tamara Mara. Remember that girl? I mentioned her name in one of my recent videos. The girl that's for the guys. Tamara. The lady that is for Abu Brotha. The lady that says women have lost their value if you have 3 kids, 2 kids, maybe even from different baby daddies. The woman, in my opinion, that might be standing or would potentially stand with Black Pen saying that women over 35 are expired. Black Pen needs to really consider what he's saying. Doesn't he have a daughter? Nakona, doesn't he have a mother? I'm pretty damn sure, looking at him, he looks very, very old. If he has a mother, then she's really, really old. If women over 35 are expired, that means that his mother is rotten. Now, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not trying to be shady. Because one of my commenters actually commented that. And I thought, well, that's the truth. It rings true to my ears. Let's get into it.
I'm not a cowboy. Listen, I'm gonna make you sweat, make you drench, make you wet, wet, wet. I'm gonna make you scared, little baby, pissing in your vessel pressure.
Vault unlocked.
Hey, Dazzling Diamonds. So, in one of my past videos, I did mention about a girl named Tamara, the girl that is for the guys. She's on TikTok and she creates content that shames women to the point where she tells the woman that you have lost your value if you have kids and blah 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 blah. What do you bring to the table? You know the question that men like to ask, what do you bring to the table? It's so crazy that they would actually ask that question because every other thing that you do behind the scenes that people don't see, that is not considered, is what you bring to the table. And women bring much more than that. Without women, they do not function on their day-to-day. You make their life easier. Women bring their heart, their soul, their everything, every cell and fiber of their being to the table. Men back in the day used to be carpenters. Even Jesus, he used to make the table and then go and hunt while the woman would gather for the fruits and the vegetables. Gather. It's a very stupid question to ask, but obviously we have a lot of feminine, soft men these days that will ask you, what do you bring to the table? If it's not financial, it is not seen. And you bring so much to make their lives easier, but they will never see that. So you see, when I say to you guys, I don't like thunder and lightning. It scares me. But anyway, you see why I was saying that? I understand these wop-up girls and the trickers and stuff. Obviously, personally, it would never be something that I do. I'm not a feminist, guys. Let's just face it, I never have been, never will be. But I do understand. Like, I can put myself in people's physical shoes, or try to at least, to understand where they're coming from. And that's why time and time again, I can come back to correct myself. Because I have to give it some thought. So maybe sometimes I make a video before I've given it enough thought. But then I will come back and say, but you know what, now I get this perspective now. Why? So I get the perspective of the woman that do the wop-wops and twerking and stuff. It is literally for them, they feel like they're going to reclaim their femininity and their strength. However, I don't believe that that's how you do it. I do believe that best revenge is your playground, your elevation, your spiritual growth, drawing closer to God. I believe that that is your biggest flex. That is how you can prove yourself as a woman, not to tag and stuff. However, I do understand where they are coming from and why. Because the BJJ holds so much power. But it's not the only thing that holds so much power. And that's why we have been diminished by men. Woo! Did you guys see that? In my face. Your brain also holds a lot of power. You use it. Right? So Tamara is that girl that's for the guys. And she says a lot of really sad things about women. And it's like she has this backwards mentality. She's a Zulu girl. I don't know if I think she's from the villages and stuff. Maybe she's living in the city now. I don't know. That's probably how she was raised. I don't know. There was another lady that came out to say, Unyoko. Unyoko is like the mother of Tamara. And I was like, and she was like, no, baby, you keep on pushing on, and say the things you want to say. I get that part. Because if anything, my mom will always support me in everything that I do. But we're living in a different time in 2025. You can't be telling women that they don't have value because they have 3 kids. You can't be telling women that they are expired because they're 35. You then take away what the reasoning behind that. You forget that it was men that put them in this position. It is men that caught you and dupe you and lie to you and say forever, forever, forever. And you believe them because yes, we are more emotional than rational. You fall in love and we are both that way. So now you are eliminating that section of the situation. What? Oh, and then the men want to come out on these podcasts and say this woman is so masculine. How can you be feminine in a situation where you are not allowed to be feminine? There is no single woman on this earth that doesn't want to submit to their man, believe in their man. But when your man is then suppressing that energy, you become masculine for a reason. You have to become hard to survive, basically, is what I'm saying. So whatever Tamara is saying is bullshit. You knew about them. Because apparently, allegedly, she was an adult or a failed attempted adult content creator. So it's just like anything that Tamara is going to do on the internet is going to be, she's trying to, what's the word? I don't know, appeal to, that's not the word I'm looking for, but I'll use this one. Appeal to men. If she was an adult content creator before, and now she's bashing women and supporting the men, if you go and watch her content, then you'll understand. Supporting the men, it just means that in everything that she does, she will always be trying to cater to men. From the sexy videos or the thirst trappy videos to now saying women are wrong for this. Not realizing, I don't know if she's been in that situation, but not realizing that a woman doesn't become hard and the way that women are right now for no reason. So it doesn't matter what she says or does, she will always cater to men. She did the sexy thing, she was catering to men. Or she tried and failed in that, and now she's doing this content where she's shitting on the woman and telling us who. And that's another thing. Women are gonna stand up and have something to say. When you start saying things like that, it's bullshit. That we have lost our value because we've had kids, or other women have had vegetables, as in different kids with different men, or just kids in general. The man, in the beginning, they lie to you, they dupe you, they promise you the moon and the stars above, and then they don't deliver. And then you are stuck with that problem. If you get out of that problem and you want to live your life, you're still young, you're still on a date, whatever, the next one is going to do the same thing, and they actually use your past traumas against you to manipulate you. Women will always be villainized. This is what I was saying. They will always be villainized no matter what. Nobody is considering, and then you find pygmies like Tamara. You're not considering what they actually went through. Tamara goes to the extent of saying that, watch how you dress. How can you dress like that and not expect to be R-worded, or not expect men? Why can't we dress the way that we want to dress? Why can they dress the way that they want to dress and we don't think about R-wording them? This is the reason why women will always choose the babe. Women will always choose the babe, even if it's not the man in the street. The men in the streets, they will still choose the babe with the man that they are with. I told you guys about the robots that came out, right? The ones that are more human, and it came out at like a con, what, you know, those expose cons, what, where they physically get to demonstrate, or people get to play the games. They were demonstrating one of the female robots, and the guy was saying, yeah, you could use her for anything. You could take her out on a date, you could take her as your date to a wedding, and obviously she's so human, like you could clippy. And what did the men at the convention do? They are the robots, to the point that the robot was, in robot world terms, deceased. What would they do with a real woman? Which they haven't done already before. I played another clip of a woman that's a reporter in America. She was in another country, I think it was India. And things got really bad to the point where she was sexually assaulted on a live video stream. Yeah, because she was one woman around all these men. They just want a piece of you. If they could literally rip a piece of you with their hands, they will do it for their satisfaction. Because men hate women. They do. They hate you to their core for some reason. Whereas God has said that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. You find favor with the Lord when you find a wife. A woman is a good thing. In the beginning of time with Adam and Eve, Adam was alone until he had Eve. He had that companionship, that somebody. And God only knows what really happened in that garden when it comes to Eve eating the apple. What if, I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there, what if it was Adam that ate the apple and then lied about Eve? Because why do men have an Adam's apple and we don't? Drop the mic. Lantola. And please, my Christian brothers and sisters, don't come for me for saying that. We all already know that Constantine did manipulate the Bible. So I'm just saying, because why do men have the Adam's apple and we don't? And men treat us like shit. And they lie about us. So is it possible that Adam lied about Eve? And that's why, you know, when you are guilty in a tricky situation, you feel bad. What do people always say? What is the saying? I have a lump in my throat. Why do men have that lump in their throat? Kind of makes you wonder, ne? Tamara, and then Somizi came out to come and also, you know what, give his opinion about Tamara. He said that he didn't feel like he should have, but he can't hold it in, that Tamara is going up against the woman and defending men. Somizi is on the right side in that regard, but then he goes straight into the video and he's like, because Tamara apparently said that getting a woman with kids or whatever is like buying a second-hand car. It's used, it's gonna give you problems regardless. And then Somizi was like, oh well, I bought a Bentley that was second-hand and it never gave me any problems. It was perfect. Wow. Somizi, thank you for defending the woman. Mara, before buying that second-hand Bentley, because I'm pretty damn sure it is still expensive, whether it was an antique or it was a fresh model, whatever, you should have actually given that money to Uba Homie. Hey, it hurts, doesn't it? What are you trying to do? Redeem yourself. Nobody cares. You already hurt one of our women, too. And then you're telling us about a Bentley that you bought secondhand, and in the mix you are trying to defend women. We don't believe you, because why did you buy the Bentley and not give the money to your daughter? I'm just asking. I don't appreciate men that don't support their kids. My father was exactly like that. It's a problem. I don't care whether you're gay, straight, or you believe that you're a tree. It's wrong. A woman has already done most of the work. They built the organ, delivered the organ. The organ is still growing outside the woman's body. The least you can do is stop bitching and moaning about it and support the kids. And now you want to tell us about your second-hand Bentley. Ooh, must be nice. I don't know if he thought he did something there. He didn't, because we don't forget. We are the internet. What do you mean? Right? So, and now it's coming out that Tamara was actually trying to dupe the guys, because she went on a live. And the guys actually sent her so much money on that live. iPhones, over 50K. That's an iPhone, and now she's gonna get an interview on one of the radio stations. I hope when she goes to that radio station, they are going to rip her to shreds. She deserves it. Oh, papi. Now people are saying, oh, plot twist, plot twist. Oh, now that she's got the money, she's gonna change it. I don't give a damn. She said what she said and she meant it. That girl meant it. Now when you guys are saying that, oh, she played the guys to get the money. How did she know that she was going to get money from lives, from dudes? Because she was penning for the dudes. How did she know? Stop saying that. She knows exactly what she was doing. And I hope when she goes onto that radio station, they rip her to shreds. Because if she was on the vault, I would rip her to shreds. Nicely, though. Because I'm a nice gal. Because she doesn't understand. Not the rest of the world is not living in that Durban Zulu people mentality. We are living in the real world where things are constantly changing. She's someone that is on TikTok, trending on TikTok. How do you not know the information that is out there? You sound so illiterate. It's sad. I don't hate men. I love men. I think men are great when they are, but when they are not, they are horrible. Very, very, very horrible. I'm not a feminist, never will be, never have been. I have a son, for Pete's sake. However, I am programming and raising him to be a decent man. Well, Tamara, the things, and then you should see the guys that are actually like, oh, Team Tamara, Team Tamara. It's the riff-raff of the riff-raff. I promise you this, it's not the kind of guys that you and I want. Or that could ever dream of even begging you. If you know, you know. That's the truth. It's not giving high-value men. It's giving, go into that prison system. Those are the type of men that she is panning to, playing to, doing this thing to. When everything is said, and done, it seems like everything is coming to a halt because people have found her old TikTok page, where she has a baby with my friend, apparently, allegedly, or not even just one baby, 2 babies. After she had said that women with multiple kids have no value. What does that mean? When you have 2 of your own. And you probably have one, apparently allegedly, with Abu Mabahambi, the Somalians. What happened for you to now... It doesn't even matter what happened for her to switch and change. Because regardless, she was already doing the sexy content, panning to men, and now she was doing this content, still panning to men and against women. When everything goes down south, because now apparently allegedly, after the 50k and the cell phone, and then men found her old TikToks, they're saying they want their money back. So now at this point, stick with those men still. Because the women don't want you. We actually don't. We're sick and tired of people like you and about Black Pen saying that women after 35 are expired. You are expired and you have a problem with your expiration. We don't feel expired. Lahlanya, you're fucking crazy. And that's it. So good luck to Tamara, but also not. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.